I've noticed that when it comes to who I am versus my persona, I've noticed that I am able to get away with many of my random questions, antics, and shenanigans because I am confident in my persona. I am confident in what I portray into the world to the point where other people have no choice but to accept what it is that they see. To be a success in the eyes of other people, you need to see yourself as successful and portray this success even if you don't necessarily feel like you're there. It's not about what you wear, it's how you wear it. But if what you wear also looks good, other human beings just fall for it. It's a facade, it's the persona. Persona is a facade anyways, until you let this facade control who you are, which creates the ego. And the ego is a very dangerous thing. The ego is the thing that's stopping everybody from realizing that we're all one and the same anyways. I don't want to look at people on the street and think I am better than this person. But the ego will worm its way into your mind, and it'll say it in a way to where it doesn't sound harsh. It won't say I'm better than this person. You know what it'll say? It'll say something like, you're doing so much better, or you're doing something that that other person isn't doing. It'll say it in many, many different ways, and we gotta not fall for it. Do not fall for the ego. And the crazy thing is, for people to believe this, I have to flex my ego. I have to portray my ego in a way for my persona to enact what it is that my ego wants to share. Perfect example, I'm sitting on the beach in Da Nang. There's a city skyline background. I'm at the waves, and I have this glass in my hand, and I'm holding it in a way that makes it portray as if I'm sophisticated. Well, it's portraying that because I am sophisticated, sure. But doesn't mean I have to hold the cup like that. Could I hold the cup like this and still portray the same thing? Could I hold the cup like this and portray the same thing? Is this glass half empty or is it half full? That is part of perception, and perception is reality, because the way people perceive things is how they agree that that thing is in life. But if you get enough people to also perceive this thing, they just all start agreeing to this one thing. So if you say stuff like life is so easy, life is so chill, life will be chill, life will be easy, because that is your perception of the reality. And even if it doesn't look like it on the outside perspective for yourself, that's fine. Because whenever you internally shift your mood, when you internally shift who you are as a being, you encompass what it is for you to be more. The world will shift around you. It'll shift around you. I was not planning to ever come to Vietnam, ever. I was never ever planning to come to Da Nang, ever. I went to Hoi An, I loved it, and I was like, man, this place is great. I can stay in this type of vibe for a long time. But I know that other people that I enjoy in this lifetime are here in Da Nang. So I come back to visit. In me visiting, I am participating in this digital nomad culture. I am understanding the way that I will be perceived on the beach with a camera and a drink in my hand from outside people. And for a lot of people, they don't care because everybody's doing their own thing. A lot of people have main character energy here in Da Nang, which is very special. I respect this very much. And it's a good reminder that if you think you're the main character in your life, you need to go outside. If you think you're number one, you need to take your ass out here. You need to come out here, and somebody's going to humble you with their ego, with their presence, with their sense of self, to say, you think you have a sense of self? Sure, but your sense of self is just that for you. It's your sense of self, but another person's sense of self will embody a charisma so powerful you have no choice but to turn your head to say, wow, who is that person? And there's many places like that in the world. But there's a difference here where it's legitimately felt, where all these other characters are coming together to build their worlds because this gives them the place and the ability to do so. The name Vietnam is absolutely amazing. It's transformative in a way that Chiang Mai is not. It's transformative in a way of the ego, because you can build your ego and structure it in a way that makes you feel more powerful. You can eat out here. The cost of it, of course, comparatively, is amazing. You have so many spas, so many saunas, so many gyms, so many yogas, so many everything to give you the ability to grow. But grow in what way? And that's the deep question. Grow in what way? Are you growing your ego for your sense of self? Are you growing your ego for other people? Are you growing your ego and not knowing you're growing your ego? Because again, the ego, good and bad is subjective, but the ego is the one thing that keeps everybody from understanding that we're all one and the same. The ego is what makes people become so filthy rich that they have so many zeros in their bank accounts that they don't even understand what it is to be a normal person, because they have so much wealth. They have so much wealth where their entire house is covered in gold. They have so much wealth that they're invisible and everybody else is visible. They have so much wealth that they don't even exist, and their names aren't public, and if you were to know their names, you wouldn't speak it in public, because it's that much wealth and that much power. But with that much wealth and power comes amazing ego, to the fact where if you even question it or chip it even a little bit, you yourself as a being end up gone. You end up missing, you end up disappearing, because you hurt somebody else's ego. You know, they have this saying in Thailand and other Asian countries, it's called saving face. Maybe you've heard of this. To save face is to publicly not tarnish somebody else's ego or tarnish somebody else's reputation, because reputation and perception is everything. Remember, perception is reality. So if people perceive you to be a certain type of way, that is how they perceive you, even if you don't want to agree with it, even if you don't want to acknowledge it or feed it any energy, which is good. You should definitely not feed into other people's perceptions of who you are, because that's how you lose whatever it is that makes you you, because you're starting to give that to other people. So I say this in a way for every young person that wants to grow, that wants to mature, that understands that they don't fit in normal, quote, normal society, because many great minds like yourself have not fit in society. The Carl Jungs, the Isaac Newtons, any big brain person you can think of. A lot of these people were in solitude, and that's how they became the beings that they are. I participate in solitude so frequently that I understand that I am just a drop in the ocean. I am just another part of the grand cosmos, the grand tapestry. And as much as I want to scratch the itch in your brain or create an itch in your brain for you to think more, I can only do so much for you. It's always going to take practice. The lessons can come, the lessons can go, the lessons can be everywhere. But practice and participation is what's going to create the you that you desire. I say this to say the world is legitimately yours, and you can do whatever you want with this, but know that with great power comes great responsibility. So if you want to come out here, live the amazing life that you want to live in this super big tower back here. You want to be on the top floor, you want to have the swimming pool on the top of the building, you can have these things. You can legitimately get these things, and you can shift your world to where you have these things. But will these things make you fulfilled as a human being? Will it make you complete? Surface level wise, you will feel happy. But for that little bit of extra, which is, these are the people I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the average person. I'm not talking to the 90%. When I'm making this video, I'm talking to you, that 1% or 0.1%. The ones that are able to think for themselves and also wanting to understand who they are. You can make it come true. But understand that in making that reality true, you will miss out on what it is that really makes you yourself. Because at the end of the day, there's a grand cosmic order. There's a grand cosmic plan. And for me, I'm doing that by making you aware of it. But what you have to do in this world and what you have to do in this life, I have no idea. The people that you're going to reach, the people that you're going to help, because in this world, a lot of us like to take, but we have to give as well. I've had many teachers, many masters come before me and give me a lot. And so this is me returning the favor with the knowledge that I've gained and the skills that I have mastered and the practices that I participate in that you guys have seen. I say that you can do it too, and it's possible for you to do it in a way that makes it special for you. And whatever it is, man, share that with the world. Share that with everybody you meet. Because you, my friend, you are special. But you are so special that you are a nobody. And with you accepting that you're a nobody, just like I'm a nobody, that's what makes you special. Because everybody else wants to be something. But to be nothing attracts the entire world to you. Because you're not searching. You're just receiving and manifesting. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day or a great night. Enjoy life. Make it special for yourself. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.